What are you guys enjoying at the moment?
What am I enjoying?
TV, music, life, hobbies.
I think for me it's the same. My movies.
Oh, your Korean ones.
She says it.
No, my normal like Hollywood movies, and also like old movies that came out like in the 80s and 90s, and also my K-dramas.
You
Power.
love a
If someone doesn't know what a K-drama is, it's a Korean drama. It's lovely.
Do you want to give us some Korean?
Kamsamida.
She actually done it.
Do you know me and my friend? Yeah,
Kamsamida.
Do you know me and my friend at work? We literally that's what they do.
They bow.
What does that mean?
Like as in,
Thank
what
you.
does that someone's
symbolize?
sorry?
Thank you. Oh.
Like if they're sorry, they get on their knees.
And
Please,
I think,
please.
yeah, but
And then
Kamsamida
do
means
you
thank
clap
you,
as
no?
But this one as well, you can do like thank you,
like a respect thing.
yeah, a respectful thing.
Actually, tutorial.
Me,
Screaming.
tutorial. Me and my friend at church, yeah, we have a notes.
Oh,
We share notes and we literally just put all the K-dramas that we're watching. It's absolutely wonderful.
Yeah,
guys.
you love
no, K-dramas are lit. I've seen a couple and
I'm
they're
telling
good.
you, and you know what it is? It's the difference in what they portray in comparison to on the West, like the Western side. For example, like if it's a romance drama, I've realized Koreans have a bit more integrity with what they show, especially when it comes to like intimate scenes, and they'll like take time to build it up. Whereas I feel like in the Western side, it's just you'll see it in the first episode. You'll see
they're done.
someone's nudity, you'll see nakedness. It's done more tastefully, I feel like. And it's just if you're someone, you know, you're watching shows and it's not, and you're struggling with lust or whatever it may be, maybe it's time to shift.
From Hollywood.
Yeah, from
Leave Hollywood alone.
Yeah.
If anything, it's fueling
go
your
into
lust.
Hey.
it's more tasteful. It's a bit more respectful as well.
Okay.
The
I would
message
agree.
the stuff that they're
Kind of
portraying.
sold it.
Yeah.
To be fair, I have been saying I do want to watch K-drama.
It's
I just
so
haven't yet.
good. It's really good. I don't know if bailiffs knock at their door, but yeah, they act like their life depends on it.
I love that. I love
That's what
that.
I'm
You got to put all your effort into what you're doing. Like,
Yeah, I
do it
agree.
well.
Do it
Don't
well,
do it
man.
at all.
Do it as unto the Lord
Do
and
it.
not unto man.
That's
it.
You
Lit.
said it.
That's it.
What about you,
Yeah.
Tem?
Guys, this sounds so cliche, but you know, I've been so busy right now that even that question you asked, I had to ask myself, what am I watching?
Now, what are you enjoying?
What am I
What you're
enjoying.
enjoying, yeah. It could be. It doesn't have to be like a series or a film.
I
Just
can't
anything.
even I'm watching Waterloo Road.
Oh, yeah. Guys.
I had to go back, so I didn't start from that. I had to
No,
go
you have
back.
to go back. You have to watch
and
it.
watch it. So initially I started watching like from the first season, because one thing about me, any little nostalgic feeling, I grab onto it.
Right.
I love just remembering things. And someone told me something and said it's a good sign that you had a good childhood.
Oh, that's
I'll take it.
nice.
I mean, it wasn't pitch perfect, but it was
No.
actually all right. I
That's a
guess.
good movie pun.
Yeah, definitely. So I love a
Powerful.
nostalgic feeling. So I've just gone back to season 1, be watching that. But then I had to stop when I saw how all right the new seasons have been. So I've skipped a few old seasons to then
to
start the
get
new
to the-
season and then
the
to see
current
how
one.
some of the characters have developed. I find stuff like that so interesting. Watching EastEnders.
Oh, yeah. Is it ending? I heard it's ending.
Oh, don't listen.
Is
to
it a lie?
them. They haven't said anything. Well,
I heard it yesterday. I heard it today.
From who?
Someone said it because
It's
it's,
not a
it's the
reliable
40th
source, is
anniversary
it?
and it's ending.
No, it's
Oh.
not.
No,
No,
ending.
they just celebrated.
I ain't watched it
They
in a
just
minute.
celebrated it like a few weeks ago.
Tem, I don't think I've watched it since I was in school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not alone. A lot of people
been a
haven't. But the
minute.
thing with me is I only recently got back, so I...
Did you catch up?
Oh, no, I don't
Okay,
catch up.
okay.
You just carry
It's
on
every
from
day
where
you can't catch
Yeah,
up.
you
No, it's
What?
true.
Years of you can't watch EastEnders from the beginning. Like, you just have to watch...
We
from
have-
a certain
you'll get the
point.
gist.
We didn't
You
even
get
watch
the
it.
gist. You get the
We didn't
gist.
even watch it from the beginning.
Exactly. So,
Nah.
do you
We
know what I
weren't
mean?
born.
So yeah, I'm watching EastEnders, and one thing about EastEnders, I was saying this today. I'm the biggest complainer because I just don't like some of the storylines. It's so unrealistic. I don't like how they do some of the things. I don't like how they all sleep with each other. Like, it's just a lot of like unrealistic things that happen on there. But you still catch me watching it.
Do you know
I
what's
don't
crazy? I think it's realistic for British culture, you know? Because if you ask British people, they'll say they relate to that show.
Yeah, they relate to.
No,
they relate to certain
don't get it
storylines.
twisted. I feel like it's inclusive in a lot of ways. Like people can relate. There's certain things I can relate to. They've addressed so many topics. That's one of the reasons why I feel like, you know, they've been recognized through different awards and they're very inclusive. They have lots of different like
It's true, they
characters
are.
going through different things. But even like the most mundane things, like they can be so like ridiculous, like just stretching out storylines, like just, do you know
That's
what I
what they
mean?
like.
But EastEnders.
Okay.
I think that's the only thing I would say for now. In terms of, I'll be honest, music, I'm not really listening to anything specific. Like I need to get back into like my quiet times and doing things like that, because for now I feel like my schedule has been so plugged up. I'm just doing life. But then I need things to unwind with.
That's good.
What about you, love?
I've been watching this show called Severance on Apple TV. And guys,
Severance last episode.
what a show.
Okay.
It's a psychological thriller.
Now you want me to subscribe to that one too?
Hey, I got free trial for 3 months.
3 months.
Oh yeah, you said.
Can you send me your login details?
Please. Don't look at me like that.
She looked over like
Apparently it's on Amazon Prime too though.
Okay,
so if you've got that, but I don't know. But anyway, I'll check it out. I've been watching Severance. Severance, is about basically when you're at work, you don't remember your home life, and when you're at home, you don't remember your work life. Your brain gets severed, so you can't. When you go in this lift when you get to work, and once you get in the lift, the chip in your brain activates, and so everything that's in your real life you don't remember.
Okay.
Wow. So now it sounds like work-life balance, blah blah blah, but the way it's done is so beautiful. It's shot beautifully, but apart from that, like
it's giving like a futuristic.
It's kind of is dystopian. Okay. So the way it tackles stuff like when it comes to work-life balance and the way that we as humans compartmentalize our lives, I think it's done really well because it shows how like a human is the sum of their experiences. A human isn't just one thing that they do. Because if we were to separate our lives as just one thing, so say for instance, when we were at the pod, we don't remember anything about ourselves, it would be insane because then we don't have context to give people about ourselves, about the stories that we share, about the life that we have, whatever. So I'm just like,
wow, we share so many identities and different versions of ourselves with different people. Like, it just reminded me, like, even if you're a mother in that moment, you're just
you forget that you're
you forget that.
So in this show,
you're not just like,
that. Yeah, when you're with your friends, you're just a friend.
Like, and so exactly. So imagine we lived like that. Like I think your life would be so boring, and your life would be so. It would be just horrible.
Because there's a lot of overlapping, and there's good in that.
Yeah,
I think that's what makes us human.
Yeah,
100%.
The fact that we can
sometimes
you can go to work
and different versions,
and what happens at home might affect the way that you work.
Yeah,
whether it be negative or positive. But that's part of the human experience. I don't think we should be capped in that way. That's so interesting.
It is. I think you guys would like it.
Yeah.
You guys know I love a psychological thriller. But apart from that, it makes me actually want to ask you guys, what version of yourself is your favorite? So would you say it's when you're with your friends, when you're with your family? What version of yourself is your favorite?
Wherever I feel the softest.
Aww.
That is really cute.
I love that. That's so cute.
That is really cute.
Is it the way you did your eye?
Yeah,
sure. I feel this soft.
When I'm with mommy, yeah.
Okay.
I
hear you. I hear that loud and clear.
Yeah. Soft then.
No. When I'm my softest version, I'm actually like, who is this?
Do you know what I mean? Like, when I say that, obviously I said when I'm with my man, but I also mean like when I'm with people that
bring that out of you.
That bring that out of me. When I'm with my friends.
When I'm with my man.
Big purr.
When I'm with my girls, when I'm with... Do you know what I mean?
My favourite version is when I'm with you guys.
Yeah.
And when I'm with my siblings.
It's so crazy because again, you feel like
you said softest. I'll say where I feel safest, and that's usually with you guys, or my family.
Yeah.
Even when we're podding, do you know there's so many people that are in my life here that I'm just like, you lot are really the real MVP. Because when I'm around you, it's like I can forget all the worries about my life.
I forget that I have to go to work tomorrow.
And even when we're not chatting, we'll just be doing the fact that I'm just in you guys' presence. That's all that matters.
Because
presence,
you see that presence thing, I saw it on TikTok.
It's very powerful.
TikTok, there was a video that a guy made, and it's so true. And I feel like, I don't know if you guys will relate to this. I remember saying this to the girls recently. I feel like as you get older, life gets so busy that you don't spend your time with you don't spend as much time with your favorite people as much as you used to. And so he was like, when did we stop just going over to people's houses and like, say for instance, I wanted to build something and I just want you to be there with me while I'm building it. Like, please come. Like, why don't we do stuff like that anymore? It's like, I need to do that stuff more because I feel like we're losing because of work and all the things like the capitalist world that we live in. It's separating us. I feel like I feel like
it's isolating.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
that's the negative side of our society when you become an adult and you now have responsibilities and life looks different in comparison to when you were in secondary school, sixth form. Because it's so crazy when you're in secondary school, sixth form, you long and desire to be an adult and to have more freedom and to have more like control in a sense over your life. And then when you become an adult, you're like, wow, I wish I spent more time in my younger years actually soaking in and enjoying like the flexibility and the freedom that I thought I didn't have, that I actually did have, because freedom just looks different. The freedom back then was more freeing, and it was
less
more
responsibility.
less responsibility, and also just it didn't look so busy. Whereas the freedom now, it comes with so many other obligations.
100%.
And it's just it's a little bit sad actually, because even just echoing off of that, like I feel like it's really changed.
It's really changed.
I don't like it.
I don't like how you're doing.
I don't like it.
What I was also saying just made me remember something in terms of just the capitalist world that we live in, and just the Western world, and just how everything's pushed, like making money and just surviving and paying bills and things like that. It really drives like our journey and just the sort of people that we become later on in life, honestly. And it reminds me of a conversation that my aunties were having yesterday. I was just listening in at the back of the car, and they were just saying, they were comparing life in Africa compared to life here, and how they grew up, and just how everyone, not as if people didn't play out here, but even as adults, like you can not obviously living in the West, there's still some positives, but they said back in the days, you know, living in Africa, you don't need to plan a whole day where you had to see your friends. You can just rock up to their house, you just sit at home the whole day. You can decide not to go to, I mean, if you obviously owned your own business or had that freedom, you can just decide, this is what I'm gonna do. We'll just chill, we'll just relax. There's more of a stress-free life over there compared to here, where people just work their lives away. There's an age for retirement and people that are working towards that. It's gloomy.
It's weird.
Dark.
I feel like we live in a bubble here, because as much as like, you can come here and get better opportunities, there's no lying about that. Do you know what I mean? Yes, fair enough. But I think the erasure of community is the biggest downfall of humanity. Because say for instance, the same TikTok, he was like, you know, back in the day, if you needed to go on holiday, you would ask your friend to take you to the airport. Now everybody's booking an Uber. You just book an Uber to go to the airport.
Or you'd ask a neighbour as well to, can you just keep an eye on this?
But again, it just adds to what we were saying about just the Western world and how everything is individualistic in comparison to back home, where it's more of a collective approach.
We're all each other's helper.
You know, everything is just, you got every man for themselves. You got to do this by yourself. If you don't have it by yourself, like, it takes a village.
It really does.
Takes a village, not just raising a child, but
to live
a
life.
It takes a village. Let's be very honest.
It's sad to me how I just feel like the older I'm getting, like even as I'm thinking about my future and my life, like, so I've been having a lot of conversations with like my boyfriend about life and just where we're going in life.
She's getting on my nerves.
No, because
it's the revelations this episode that is just powerful.
Because I'm like, I keep referring to him as other things, and I'm just like, just say who it is.
Sorry,
your man.
Yeah. Anyway, it's
my man.
When we're having conversations, because we're in a long distance relationship, so when we have conversations about where we're going to live and stuff like that, a lot of what guides our decisions is community. Because if we were to live where he lives, that my whole life would change. Like, I was even talking about this week with my sister, and like just with like people, I was just like, if I moved there, the podcast would be over. Like,
pause for a second. What?
No, because like,
why are you thinking?
No, because and I know it's so sad.
It's when
these are the realities that I'm having to like weigh up in my mind of like, when
you think about it, that's what it's now come to.
It's getting to that stage because all my life,
you know,
no, because all my life I've assumed
that took a different time.
right. All my life I've assumed it was gonna look one way,
right?
Like all my life,
never considered the different possibility,
because you would never know what comes your way. You can never predict your steps, and so I'm like, I feel like that's why when I'm talking about community, I feel like we're doing ourselves the biggest disservice when we start to separate ourselves from each other, because even my brother, he moved when he got married, and one of the things he said recently when me and him, well, not recently, but when we had a conversation, was that as much as you can make friends in a new country, they don't have the same context for you as your friends that you've had since you were 2. Do you know what I mean? They don't have that breadth of knowledge of you. They don't know all those overlapping areas that we talked about, the Venn diagram of your life. They don't have that, and I can't imagine not having that in my life. And so it really does influence my decision, because, and even his, like when we talk about it, like because it's like when you're young, especially you get married, I feel like what can happen is either of two things. It's you either kind of, how do you say this? Like you can either become that couple. I feel like there's always these two different couples. The couple that they isolate themselves from everybody and they do the newly married thing and it's just them, or there's the couples that just because they're married doesn't stop them from being around their friends and being like locked in. And I never want to be an isolated couple. Like I've always,
you're gonna need your community.
1,000,000%.
You will, whether it's not today, tomorrow, but later on down the line, because God forbid life happens.
100%.
And you're gonna need those people that know you to cover you.
100%. And when we're talking about, you know, that isolated couple or that couple with community, I think it's important to make clear what we mean by that. When you first said isolated couple, I just thought, like couples that even maybe move away or go to, but I just thought, you know what, you can still have your community even though you don't live in the same country as them. It's just about staying in touch. And I'll be honest, that's one thing that with me, I've always, that God is still working on me that I'm still trying to sort of continue doing. It can be quite hard for me when life gets on top of everything that I am trying to do to continue keeping, you know, the people in my life, keep staying in touch with everybody. But I think it's about being intentional. When you plan your time properly, when
making things a priority,
when you make things a priority, you genuinely start to do more of it. So it doesn't mean just because it's not an excuse. Like you could get married and you and your partner could move out of the country to somewhere else. That doesn't mean you still don't have community, and it's important to not isolate and
it's
just
true.
Because I feel like it's a lot to heavily rely on just one person as well.
There's
that pressure there.
No one was created to carry that burden of,
you know,
your husband is not meant to be your friend. Like he is your friend, your bestie, but I mean he's not meant to be your girlfriend.
Like
he can't be your girlfriend. Can't be that.
I mean he can only try, but he can't be every
your girlfriend.
And the same way your girlfriends can't be your husband. You need that.
There's certain conversations that I have with my girls that I know, like, okay, they're gonna understand where I'm coming from. Like they're gonna see my perspective. They're gonna give me the advice. Like they're gonna see where I'm coming from, just as a woman.
100%.
Like I can't explain 100%. I can try to explain my womanhood to my husband,
and he will probably listen.
He can understand to capacity, but he's not a woman himself, so he will not understand to the T.
And that's just
how we were made.
Literally the same way, like your mother can't be replaced, you know, like you just got to be in touch with just and not forget that part of you, but just because this is what the future looks like and this is where you're heading towards your journey. You just have to make sure as much as you possibly can to definitely stay in touch with 100%. The people that have known you from
whenever.
I have a question then to shift it a little bit. Okay, what's your favorite thing about being an adult? Because I feel like, just in case someone's watching and they're young and they're like, is that how
you guys are not saying you're not happy?
Yeah, no, but honestly, it's hard. It's a good question. That's a hard question. My favorite thing, I think it's
enjoyable thing, or
I think it's the maturity, maybe. The level of you now have a say of what your life can look like.
I like that.
You know,
I was thinking of that. Absolutely.
That might be my favorite thing. Apart from that, get me back to childhood, like immediately.
No, stop.
No, but I agree. I agree
100%. Just having, you know, your actions you're molding your behaviors and your actions into who the kind of person you want to be when you're older. 100%. And I would say for me that, and also I had it in my head just now, that, and also oh my god, I don't know where it went.
Come back to you.
It'll come back.
What's your one, Ash? While she's coming.
It's
hard.
But it's not really that hard because we're happy adults, guys.
Yeah, we are happy. Yeah.
Do you know what? I guess my one echoes off of what you said. It's the freedom, like the luxury of the freedom. Like of course, I still have to answer to my parents to a certain degree
because we live with them.
Because I live with my parents, but in terms of having that control and the self-autonomy to make decisions for myself,
it's very nice, isn't it?
Yeah,
and for my future.
Just as like the little stuff, like
scary,
if I want to go out, I don't have to ask for permission. I let you know out of courtess,
of course,
but I don't have to ask permission. Like we can decide today, if you want to go on holiday, we can. Stuff like that. It's nice. Like that's exciting. Whereas before, like when we were younger, it was like, okay, you know, you have to really plan. Like you still have to plan, don't get me wrong, but it's like it seemed like a thing of the future, like going on holiday with my girls, but now it's here. We're living in it.
Yeah. Now we have more money too.
That's
praise the Lord.
Nice.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, we thank God for that.
It came back to me. What I love about being an adult is just learning more about myself.
Yeah.
I'm really on this very interesting journey where I'm genuinely rediscovering things or discovering for the first time things and just knowing who I am. Like, it's so interesting to know the sort of mother I'm gonna be, like the sort of 30-year-old I'm gonna be. Like, I'm so looking forward to things like that. It's so exciting.
I'm so excited.
You're discovering yourself as a woman.
I'm discovering myself as a woman. There's so many things in the last year, 2 years that I like 18-year-old me or 19-year-old me did not think of at all.
Do you know why?
And I'm just like, oh.
Do you know why I love that?
Obviously, it comes with some challenges. Don't get it just, it's not smooth sailing, but for the most part, it's rewarding.
It is, and I love your point actually, because that I'm so excited about the future as well. As much as we would say, are we happy? We are happy. Do you know what I mean? Adulthood is not all. It's not all bad. And I just think it's responsibility, and it's knowing that the choices that we make are very impactful now. Versus when you were younger, they're not. You know, it's not the same.
Be more
like obviously,
careless,
the decisions you're making in secondary school, they're impactful too. But but at the same time, I think the level of just there was something was in my brain and it's gone.
Come back.
It's gone.
Come back.
It was something you were saying and it made me think of it, but I can't. Yeah, what did you say? I can't remember.
I was just saying, rediscovering or discovering yourself. And
yes,
who you're gonna be.
Yes. Okay. So do you know what was so crazy, guys? Yeah, I was watching my old YouTube channel and I was watching the vlog of your 21st birthday.
Oh my gosh!
Like, I used to, guys, as if some of you know, I was a YouTuber back in the day.
You were a vlogger.
I was watching the vlog, and the clip that I'm referring to right now, well, the whole vlog really, but the clip I'm referring to is the beginning of the vlog. We were sitting on the bed in the apartment, and we were giving your presents, and I was just looking at us, and I was just like, that's
these girls
crazy.
were so
like, what did we know? Like, what did we actually know?
So much of life has happened
but the amount of love in the clip, I was just so happy. I was just like, this is so cute.
I
and
love
it's so
that you
cute
have
that
stuff
it's
like
still
that captured.
I have your birthday vlog is there too.
You see, you knew what you were doing capturing those.
I even have a video of
of her time
when we did a like who knows me better between you. When we had a video doing like a who knows me better between you two and someone else.
Right.
And I was just looking, you had blonde hair that time.
Oh, please.
I was just looking. I remember our first ever Sitting Down with the Sisters episode was on my channel. Pretty Privileged. That video has 4,000 views.
Even, you know,
even the university experience.
Guys, even down to some of the opinions we had then and how much it's changed and shifted and matured. Video. You know, we were saying
I don't want the world to see those videos.
No, it's true because it's going to bring traffic. It's going to drive traffic.
Some of them
particular
but
clips.
some of them
it's driving
absolutely not.
Sorry.
No, they're all on private. I'm sorry. All my videos are on private. So even if they can't go and watch it. They can't watch it, but we like but even still.
Do you know what's so crazy, guys?
That's why it's so beautiful.
It's nice
because even like us now. We're going to be 40 one day, by God's grace, and we're going to say,
we'll look
wow, 28-year-old.
That's literally what I was going to say. Like the fact that uni times and sixth form times, like we'd be talking about, when we're 30, when we're this, and when we're nearing to like all these different milestones, and we're living in it. Like
we're living it.
We're individually, we're each hitting our own milestones, hitting our own achievements. And then it's
we're living our answered prayers.
It's so crazy, but in a good way, and that's what makes it exciting. Like if this is what we're experiencing already, what's to come in the next year, the next 2 years, the next 5, the next 10? Like I'm excited, even just to hit the age of 30. Like I know we joke when people are like, oh, we're nearly 30. Like,
I'm actually excited.
I'm so excited. Like,
I'm excited.
I'm gonna just get finer.
Period.
I'm gonna get wiser. I'm gonna get stronger. I'm gonna.
Yeah, you are. That's my girl.
I'm excited.
But do you know what? You know, we always do this. We bring it back to this. I feel like honestly, part of the reason why we don't just think, you can go around like you can just go through life and just this is all going to happen. I feel like it's by the grace of God that
our
we
Lord
do
and
have.
Savior.
Let me tell you this
Christ.
now. Like it's by the grace of God that we are excited for the future because the same God that has carried us this far, why would we have any reason to doubt Him?
Absolutely.
The author and finisher of our faith, the one that knew us from the minute before we were born in our mother's womb,
knitted me.
He knew exactly what we were going to be sitting here today at 28 talking about this.
Yeah.
So why are we not excited for the future?
Of course.
And the work we've allowed.
Sorry. No, say in the comments why we shouldn't be excited for the future. I want you to give me.
How can we not be excited?
Yeah.
Look at the work that we've allowed Him to do
in us.
In our 20s, and our 20s are not even over. So imagine how we're gonna What?
We're gonna
So
level up.
honestly, like,
We're
give
gonna
your life to
testify.
Christ,
And also,
be excited.
give your life will never give your life to Christ.
I will never
Your
remain
life will
the
never remain the same.
He's
And
the
also,
only way to the Father.
it's
anyway,
also
so-
doing it with you two.
Yes.
I can't imagine.
Oh, sweetie.
No, genuinely,
I
I think more than anything as I get older, I'm so grateful for the people in my life. I always tell people I think I have the best circle of friends because my circle of friends has actually been active since I was like 11 years old.
Do you know one thing
Like,
I will
since I
always
was 11
say?
years old.
Like, I might have made mistakes along the journey, but one thing God has blessed me with is the ability to pick good friends. I've always said that.
What-
You know,
I
I'm
give
happy that's one
I
area
have
that like
I've
we
picked
can
good
testify.
friends. All the friends that I have in my life right now, I am so grateful for them,
grateful.
and it's just God.
It's just God.
It's just God.
No, we can testify that that's one area that we haven't struggled in.
No, God has been good to us.
Because of course you come across that you're the person every now and again when you're like, you know what, this person I can see they're a bit, they don't have my best interest, so you distance yourself. But the horror stories that we hear that other people are going through,
Like, I can't.
God has been
it's just
good.
it's,
I mean,
it's
I
only
can
God, it's only
understand,
by
but
His
I don't
grace.
personally
I can't
relate
relate.
to that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. So
I don't know
It's
at
only
all.
by the grace of God.
It's only
man.
by the grace of God, and there's just
Oh
better
my
to
gosh.
come.
There's more to come.
and I can't wait.
So stay tuned for the journey, guys.
No, honestly.
And don't get scared. The podcast is still here.
It's true because that one comment.
wondering, is there going to
Some
be an
people,
announcement or something?
since you said that comment, I'm sure some because I've been stuck in that moment. Now,
Yeah,
why
they're
did you
probably
say
thinking,
that?
I
is there
know.
an announcement coming?
I know.
Or
Why did she say that?
Well, no, because I have
Don't
to tell you
mind
guys
her.
something, but I'll tell you after. Anyways,
why'd you do that?
It's okay. Anyways, we're gonna
that
wrap
the way
up.
you wanna
We're
end?
gonna wrap up here.
People are thinking, but
We're
we still
gonna
want to know.
Let's wrap up.
Is that the way she wants to end?
Let's wrap up.
That's not nice to our
Are you
viewers.
sure that's the way you want to end?
Let's wrap up.
to our cheries.
Let's wrap up. We want to thank you for
Don't worry,
being
guys.
so
I'll come in
sweet.
the comments and let you know what she said.
We want to
wanna know.
thank you all for watching. Thank you for sitting down with the sisters always. We love you. We'll see you next week.
Bye.